have. And when they're pressed on it, they just try to deflect because they want to defend themselves against points that were made earlier.
Yeah, it's crazy. John, I mean...
At this point, if Secretary Mayorkas does come out with information, John, do you think it'll make an impact or a difference for people who want that information?
Right.
I don't think so. I think it's also a matter of, this reminds me of like the adage, another great story ruined by an eyewitness. You know, the media, they continue these drumbeats, and you'd see a lot of the headlines where it seems to be they want it to be, you know, it's a white supremacy problem. But, you know, more and more that when you see a lot of this, the real crime that we're seeing, whether it be a place like New York City or somewhere else, the real crime that people see and are impacted, it's not white supremacists. So it's as if he just got caught up in, you know, this whole diatribe that they've been throwing out that white supremacy somehow is the biggest threat to America, when it's not. All the major crime in the big cities that is being committed, it is certainly not being committed by white supremacists.
Statistically, it's not the biggest threat.
They just make stuff up sometimes to fit their narrative. But unsurprisingly, Mark, Elon Musk, super active on the new platform that he just bought for $44 billion. But he posted this meme. Look at this. All right, this is a 2008, 2012, 2021, basically saying, I'm in the same spot, but I used to be on the left. He voted for Obama. He donated to Obama. Elon Musk is not a right-winger. He's not a conservative. He's a libertarian, middle-of-the-road sort of guy. He was center-left, but now he's center-right. Mark, what do you make of this slide of the Democratic Party the last 12, 15 years?
This is why I think he's so threatening to the left, because he's so open about what he sees. He's open not just about his evolution, but where he sees the Democratic Party. And I can see why the left, including the Twitter employees, are so threatened by him, because he's got a very out-front attitude about this. And we're not sure exactly what he'll do with the platform, but I don't think the left will like it.
Yeah. Brianna, the left has melted down over this. Ari Melbourne and NBC News had some interesting takes, and it was just so tone-deaf. Take a listen to this.
Own all of Twitter or Facebook or what have you. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't even have to be transparent. You could secretly ban one party's candidate or all of its candidates, all of its nominees, or you could just secretly turn down the reach of their stuff and turn up the reach of something else, and the rest of us might not even find out about it till after the election.
Who could possibly imagine something like that happening with social media?
Shadow banning, possibly? I don't know. I mean, you can easily just unfollow someone or block them or not go to their page. But Brianna, what do you make on his comments?
It's risible. I think it's funny. You know, these are the same people that were, you know, lambasting Republicans who were complaining that the Hunter Biden laptop story was being suppressed. And now they're worried that the same thing is going to happen to them. And he said it without a hint of irony. And that's what gets me, because this man clearly does not realize that it's his, you know, MSNBC leftist platform that hosts individuals that believed in suppressing the Hunter Biden laptop story. And now he's worried about the same thing when, mind you, Elon Musk is not some kind of threat to free speech in the way that the left is trying to portray him. And Elon Musk has made that clear that, you know, liberals have hijacked the Democratic Party and are now convincing Americans to be scared of free speech. And this man is just essentially a mouthpiece for this leftist movement to tackle free speech.
Yeah, imagine a bunch of, imagine, this just shows the true colors, John, of the Liberal Party and the slide left. They are angry at the guy who wants to level the playing field for free speech. Your take?
That's exactly right, Carl. You know, that he's almost like a parody, because that's exactly what's been going on with the Republican Party. I also like, Carl, that Elon Musk, he's bringing humor back to Twitter. His tweets are funny. You know, he wants to put cocaine back into Coca-Cola, and he even put out the fact that Truth Social is doing very, very well. You know, that's something that you wouldn't see within the rest of the media or the mainstream media covering. But I like the humor that Elon Musk is bringing. I think he's right about bringing it back to the center. But that piece of the commentator from MSNBC, that's exactly the problem. They don't even realize the dominance that they've had.
It's hilarious.
Sweet irony right there.
It's awesome. You know what? I am still loving the meltdowns right now. I'm having a blast. Twitter is like a 2-week field day for me.
Well, like John said, it seems like humor is returning. Meme culture definitely taking over Twitter there.
All right, panel, thanks so much for being here today. All right, folks, if you're looking for a house, be prepared to pay. Prices are through the roof.